The whole day we're just going to be working on this idea of just trying to find and get the energy to flow within our own bodies. Very simple to learn about ourselves rather than worry about all the other things of the world that we can't control. Let's just start by just maybe taking a little bit of flesh away from sit bones and just reaching forward. We're not trying to touch our toes, just notice where your arms might naturally extend to. It might be close to the toes, it might be a long way away. And just reach forward without any strain in your back. If your back is straining, just come back up a little. Just notice the natural point your body wants to be with legs extended, hamstrings engaged. And we'll come back up. We're just going to be checking throughout this massage sequence, just seeing if we have helped our body extend and freedom to come through parts of our body. We'll start just by taking our hands behind and just roll onto one side. We're going to start in our glutes, point of our body that has a lot of tension. And just rock forward and back, side to side. Just explore. First time I did this, I felt it was pretty silly. So if that's going on in your mind, if your mind is rushing to say, why am I doing this? Why did I turn on my Zoom this morning? That's okay. Just notice any feeling. This muscle, this glute muscle, is the biggest muscle in the whole of our body. And when you're ready, come down onto your elbow at the back, a little higher up. Same muscle, but we're going to roll a little towards our tailbone. So that point between our hip joint and our tailbone. Maybe side to side, maybe up and down. Just explore. Notice if you're holding any tension in your jaw, your shoulders. And then we'll walk the hands, press the hands into the mat, bring your head over the body. This time we're closer to the hip. Just roll from whatever direction feels right to you. Just explore. Get to know where our body might be a little stuck, where our energy might not be flowing. All right, just like we did before, come back onto the sit bones, extend the arms forward, and maybe you notice one leg feels a little different to the other, maybe not. Take a breath here, sigh it out. And then we'll come straight over to the other side. And hands behind the body, roll over onto one side. First thing you might notice is if this side feels a little freer or a little tighter. It's pretty much impossible to change any behavior unless we have awareness. Not just awareness of discomfort or pain, but awareness of the behaviors that might have caused that discomfort or pain. And we'll come down onto the elbow. You might roll back towards the tailbone a little bit. And you'll find that some parts of your body you really don't have much range of movement at all. Just notice that as well. And then we'll press ourselves up, just head over the torso, maybe rolling a little onto the outside of the hip. extend the legs long again. Take a breath, reach forward. Just notice if there's any more freedom. All right, let's come down. We're going to take our arm alongside the body. And this time we're just rolling into the shoulder. So both hips and shoulder, places where we hold so much tension. So you might just roll over the top. You might just rock forward and back. You can keep your head heavy if you like. Let's extend the arm out to the front. And you might roll the top shoulder forward and back. Let's take the lower arm up above the head, rest the head on the arm. And again, just rocking forward and back. You might like to have a supporting arm in front, just pressing into the ground. And then when you're ready, we're going to take that arm all the way behind the back, drop the shoulder down. And again, you might just roll forward and back, opening through the chest, through the shoulder. Keep the head as heavy as you can so you're not drawing any tension into the neck. And we'll just bring our arm back around or underneath. And then just top arm, we're going to take some small shoulder circles. You might like to change direction, come back the other way. Let's roll back onto the spine. And let's come straight over to the other side. Roll onto your arm. Just let the whole body be heavy onto the shoulder. Just rocking up and down, forward and back. And just like we did with the hips, you might take a moment to notice how this side feels compared to the other. And if you feel stiff, if you feel like rocking doesn't really work for you, just whatever kind of movements your body will allow. Everybody looks a bit different when they do this. Let's extend the arm out in front, rolling over, opening the chest. And then we'll take the arm up above, rest the head on it. And you might like to rotate that top arm as well. Big circles through the shoulder joint. It's not even shoulder cracking anymore. Yeah. That's loud.
Yeah.
Just letting some gas out. Change direction if you haven't already. All right, let's press our hands under the shoulder. We'll come up. And again, just like we did before, just leaning forward. Take the hands out, not trying to touch the toes. Just notice maybe you've got a little more movement. And we'll take the hands behind and just opening side to side. All right, we're going to trace our kidney meridian and do a little bit of massage along our legs. Let's extend one leg out and we'll start just at the bottom of our legs. So two hands in a kind of clamp, fingers on the top, either side of the shin bone, thumbs in the calf muscle, the mango of the calf muscle at the back, and just work your way up, pressing in with the tips of the fingers and the flat part of the thumb. And then we'll turn the hands over, so thumb is on top, fingers underneath, and we'll work the way up just above the knee in towards pelvic bone. So we're pulling into the back of our leg with the fingers and we're pressing either side of the femur bone in our leg. Okay, let's pick up our foot and we're just going to shake the foot. It might seem a little odd at the moment. You might like to just wave to your camera and roll the ankle and then shake it. And then we're going to bring the knee in towards each other and then open it all the way out. And just leaning back into the hands, exploring the whole rotation of hip joint. All right, now we're going to pick up our leg again and just cradle the foot, cradle the knee, opening through the hip. Another one where everybody looks a bit different. Everyone has different shaped hip joints, shoulder joints. And then we'll take the foot to the side. One last one, we're going to just hinge that knee forward and back. All right, and we'll bring our feet together and just wrap the hands around. You might like to just roll from side to side. And then we'll come over to our other leg, extend that leg, and we'll bring our massage in again, fingers at the front, thumb underneath. So working your way up.
So you can find right down the middle of the calf, pressing some great acupressure points here just to release tension in the body. And then we'll turn the palms over, thumb on top, fingers underneath. Okay, just like we did before, pick up the leg and just shake the foot. Just let it be as free as you can. And you might roll the ankle both directions. All right, let's bring our knees together and then open out. And then we'll lift the whole leg up, take the knee, one hand on the knee, one hand on the foot, opening out. Don't need to leave your extended leg locked. You can allow it to move around a little bit. And then we'll draw the knees back in towards each other and just take the foot behind the body. And just like we did before, bring the feet back together. We're going to bring our thumbs under the ball of the big toe. Just let the knees flop out and just work your way along the inside arch of that foot, pressing in with the flat of the thumb. Just let your head be heavy. And we'll take the hands behind again, open through the hips. Should feel a lot of new energy moving through. And you might like to come all the way onto your back, draw the knees in. Keep the tailbone heavy if you can, just rocking from side to side. One more for our hips and lower back. We'll take one hand to each knee and just open out big circles. Now we'll do a little bit of rocking to activate our core. You might just like to lift the tailbone off the ground and take it back down, just this. Keep your neck long, keep the back of your head heavy. Or if you'd like to join me, you might take some rock and rolls, just using some momentum to bring the body over the shoulders, tucking the chin. And then rolling down. Just massaging the spine as we go. And we're going to meet in a seated position and then roll over our knees. And we might meet in Caesar. So if this doesn't feel good for you, that's okay. You can either sit on a block or you can sit on a chair. And first thing we'll do is just come down onto our wrists. Just spread the fingers, and then we'll turn the fingers around back towards the body, just leaning back. And you might like to turn the hands over, back of the hand, dropping the shoulders down. And then bring the hands back. Let's do that one more time. Turn the fingers back towards the body, leaning back. And then fingers back around. And then turn the palms, so palms face up, knuckles down. Maybe dropping the shoulders. All right, let's come up to stand. We'll take our right hand down. Just lean the body into it. Left hand will raise up, take a breath, and sigh out. Open out through the side body. To the other side. Left hand comes down, right arm reaches up. Big breath in and open out. One more each side. Meeting back in the center, we'll take right hand behind the body this time. Left hand comes to the outside of the right knee. Big breath in and sigh out. Keep your neck in line with the torso. Don't have to look behind. Take one more breath. Maybe open out a little further. And then we'll swing the left arm behind. Right hand comes outside the knee. Big breath in. Let it go. All right, we'll roll back around to the front. Let's take fingers into two sides, a V shape. Bring them up under the ears, and we're just going to press up. Chin can tuck in, allow the neck to be long. And let's tap on the outside of our jaw. You might like to open the mouth a little as you do this. And maybe tapping down, following the jawline down to the chin. You might like to just grab a little bit of skin around that jawline in between your finger and your thumb. Just roll it. And then let's tug on the bottom of our ear, just gently tugging down. You might roll it in between finger and thumb. And just working your way up the outside of the ear. All right, let's tap along. Just explore every part of your skull. Now, if you'd like to join me, if your hairstyle isn't too exciting today, just comb through the hair. Maybe even a shampoo. Okay, shake it out. Might like to just let the wrist be free, any direction. And let's flick out the fingers. Let's bring our hands behind the neck. We're going to find those hollows just underneath the big bones at the base of the skull. And you might take some small circles. You can't really miss this spot. It's gallbladder number 20, the Yin pool. Feng Qi is the Chinese word for it. And it's that hollow in the side of your neck. Take a few moments just to access any tension, any stress you might hold in this part of the body. Gallbladder is where we hold our frustrations, our impatiences, moodiness, irritations. Maybe you can feel all of them flowing away, maybe not. And then if you'd like to work your way down the neck, you can use fingers as well as thumbs if you like. We're going to bring one hand to the chin and just cup the chin and turn it towards the shoulder. And then we're going to see if we can hook our fingers behind the muscle on the side of our neck. This is our SCM, our sternocleidomastoid. It starts just under the ear, so you might like to just notice where it is under the ear. You can't really miss it. And then hook the fingers underneath it and just draw it gently across, just maybe a little bit of release, a little bit of freedom. And work your way all along that muscle. It comes right around and attaches right in the middle of your sternum. And when you're ready, just very slowly take the chin back to center. You might take a roll of the shoulders. And then we'll do the same on the other side. Just cup the chin, turn the chin towards the shoulder, and then gently reach behind and just find that muscle. So it starts underneath the ear, or just behind the ear, and then it wraps around. So just see if you can hook the fingers behind and just gently release any tension. We often have these trigger points, these myofascial knots of tension that just sit in our body and bring us discomfort throughout the day. And slowly bring the neck back. Just take a moment to notice how you feel. Just notice any freedom. You might notice a little more length in the neck. Tuck your chin in. We're going to bring our ear down to the shoulder, but keep the shoulder heavy. And then we're going to roll all the way around. Drop the chin to the chest. Come all the way around to the other ear to shoulder. And then roll back. So just take your time with this. Keep the chin low and heavy to the chest. And we'll slowly bring the head up and meet in the center. One more for our neck. We're going to wrap our arm over the head and just bring right in between or in the center of your neck, and just draw the head down, the nose towards your armpit. Just hold it there, extending through the neck if you can. Take a breath and let it go. Slowly bring it open, up. And then we'll wrap the other arm over, find the middle of the neck, draw the nose down towards the armpit. Take a breath. And then slowly come back up. And one last time, let's roll the shoulders, both directions. All right, let's come back onto our sit bones. And we'll extend extend the legs wide. Doesn't have to be too wide, just whatever works for your body. Take a breath and just drop the head down. And we'll walk the hands back. Let's bring one foot into the thigh. And we're going to bring our elbow right inside the knee. Head over the shoulder, over the elbow. And we're going to start with our palm facing down. And then just roll. And keep your weight of your head over the elbow as you work your way up the leg. You're on the inside line of the leg. Slowly working the tip of the ulnar bone, that elbow, in towards pelvic bone. And then we'll start again. Lean forward. Make sure your weight is stacking over shoulder, over elbow. All right, nice. Let's come back up tall. Take a breath. As we sigh out, we're going to reach our left hand down towards the toes. And as we do, just roll the top shoulder back, the right shoulder back, sigh it out. Inhale to come up tall again. And exhale, just reach down along, roll that top shoulder back. So do a few more of these in your own breath. Inhaling to lift up. Exhale. Stand along. Don't need to touch the toes, just whatever range of movement you have. One more time, letting go. With the next breath, we're going to take our top arm and reach over the head. Just a little deeper stretch. And slowly come back up. And then sigh out, both arms reach over. Slowly coming back up. And one more time. And come back up. This time we're going to turn the whole body towards the extended leg. So we're turning at our hips. And then we sigh out to drop the head down. Inhale to come back up. And exhale. Let the head be as heavy as you can. All right, we're going to swing this front leg all the way to the back. Take it behind the body. And we'll press into our hands, lift our hip bone up. So we're in a pigeon type shape. Extend the leg behind. If you like to go a little deeper, you might come down onto your elbows for a moment. Just feel that strong sensation in the hip joint. Let's come back onto our hands. We're going to just turn around with our neck and look back towards the foot behind us, just gently. And then we inhale back to the center, turn the other way, look back towards the foot. One more time each side. All right, let's drop onto our right hip bone. And we're going to walk our hands around all the way to the back. Turn the toes up. And just like we did before, take your head down towards your knee. As our next breath comes, walk the hands back around to the front. And lift the hip bone up. We'll come back into our pigeon. Sigh it out. And we'll do that one more time. Drop the hip bone down. Turn the toes up, walk the hands around, take your time. Drop the knees, drop the head down towards the knee. And we'll slowly walk the hands back to the front. And we'll swing that back leg back to the front. And when you're ready, just extend. We're going to switch to the other side. Foot comes into the thigh. Maybe pull a bit of flesh away from sit bones. And just like we did on the other side, lean so that your head is stacked over shoulder and elbow. And just gently turning and not so much pressing down with the arm, just letting the weight of our body naturally ground us. Give us this sense of letting go. All right, as we come up, let's take a breath in. And just like we did before, reach the right arm along that leg, roll the left shoulder back. And just allow that sense of release as you open through the side body. Inhale to come back up. And we'll exhale, just take the fingers along the leg. Doesn't matter how far they go. Work in with your breath. You might go a little deeper as you start out. And this time we'll take a breath in, reach the top hand over as well. Let it go, open up. Inhale to come up. And exhale. One more time. This time as we come up, take a breath in, turn the whole torso around towards the leg. Take a breath in, sigh out, head comes down towards the knee. One more breath here. All right, let's take that leg behind the body. Swing it all the way back. And walk your hands in front so the shoulders are stacked over the wrist. Extend that leg back and just let your body be heavy. Sink into that hip joint on the left side now. And if you feel safe here, you might come down onto your elbows. Sigh out and let it go. Let's come back onto our hands. And we're just going to, just like we did before, just take a breath in. Look around towards the foot, just turning and looking back. Inhale to come back to the front and turn the other way. One more each side. All right, we're going to drop onto our left sit bone, walk the hands around, turn the toes up. Take your time with this, just explore, and you might drop the head down towards the knee. As you take your next breath, walk the hands back, and we'll come back into our pigeon.
let the body be heavy. And one more time, sit bones, come down, turn the toes up, sigh out as you sink down. Walking the hands back. And this time we're going to lift up into all fours. Hands come under the shoulders, knees come under the hips. Let's take a breath in to lift the chin, drop the spine down. And then roll the spine up, tuck the chin in. And you might like to just keep moving your breath in this way. You might like to just start exploring through shoulders and hips, maybe moving your weight from side to side. Noticing energy flowing through hips, through shoulders. You might like to walk the hands forward and just drop the shoulders down. Keep the tailbone raised. And you might like to walk the hands back, drop the tailbone down, and sweep the arms behind. Walking the hands forward. You might take the tailbone all the way up, lift it up, tuck the toes under. Pressing through the heels, doesn't matter if they reach the ground or not. And when you're ready, drop the knees down. And drop the tailbone down. We'll just come back to a seated position. And that's the end of our 45 minutes self-massage. Best massage you've ever had, I'm sure. Let's bring our palms together. And let's just acknowledge shared energy of practicing each day. Maybe help take our self-massage body out into the universe, create some good energy wherever we go. Thanks, everyone. Thanks, Emily.
Thanks, Rich. That was funny.